Hello and welcome to the live stream. And just a reminder, the next 2 weeks I will not be live streaming at all because I have to pick up extra shifts next week at the bookstore that I work at because I was taking time off for the summer. And so the next 2 weeks I will be extremely busy. I'm not going to live stream at all. And I might even take a break for live streaming for about a month. So because I like time to do other things in my hobbies. Like I'm rarely actually really thinking about taking Ozempic for real. I'm actually thinking about it. I know that Ozempic might not be the healthiest way to lose weight. I'm not like superly overly weight. Actually, I'm pretty thin. Like I'm definitely not like, overweight at all in that sense, but I definitely don't look like Conor McGregor, that's for sure. I mean, if I were standing next to Conor McGregor, I would look overweight, but I'm actually just an average person. So I was at the doctor, and the doctor said, "Oh, you're fine. You're not overweight. You're average. You're an average size of a male. You're normal. You're normal." And but like, I would love to look like Conor McGregor. If I look like Conor McGregor with those abs and everything, like I would probably my life would turn around. I'd get better job offers and stuff. Maybe I would be made manager of the bookstore. So I'm seriously considering taking Ozempic. I mean, and this is bizarre for me because I have been the type to always been against pharmaceuticals. I never take anything. I don't even take Tylenol. And unfortunately, I don't know, maybe I've just been depressed lately and not depressed in like that way, you know what I mean? Like I just, life is short, and if Ozempic can make me look like Conor McGregor, then why not, right? So, but I'm not sure if it's safe. I mean, I don't know. I need people who know about Ozempic to tell me if they think Ozempic is safe or not. And also, was Ozempic intended to be made to use what to lose weight? I mean, because I hear about all of these Hollywood celebrities using Ozempic to lose weight, but apparently that actually might not have been in its intended purpose. So I'm not going to prejudice the chat because obviously I did some research on Ozempic first. But, of course, the internet says all types of things. So I want to hear what people have to say. Hello, welcome, Rod. Thank you for your comment. You think Ozempic is far from safe? Why do you say that? Like, I don't listen to Hollywood celebrities. I don't like think what the Hollywood celebrities say is gospel. In fact, I'm quite the opposite. I really, so Hollywood celebrities annoy me. But I heard a lot of them saying about Ozempic, and I was curious. Like, does it really work? Does it really make people? Is it really a safe way to lose weight? I also saw a Simpsons episode. I saw a Simpsons episode where they were making fun of Ozempic. Well, they didn't call it Ozempic in the Simpsons episode, but it was sounded very similar to Ozempic, right? Oh, Jesus, it causes immune deficiency? Well, then I'm not gonna take it. Well, all right, good to know. So that being said, I have a question for people. Conor McGregor, he fought with this Azalea Banks. This is why they're both in the picture together, right? So this whole Ozempic like little commercial thingy parody is kind of also like making fun of not making fun, but like just making people laugh about it's when you take a stressful situation. Sometimes you have stressful situations, good to laugh about things. So, anyways, Conor McGregor sent his photos, private photos, like, and you can see all of his privates, you know what I mean? Conor McGregor sent his private photos, very private photos, to Azalea Banks. So this is the new day and age how men flirt with women. This is just reality. I'm not saying it's okay. I'm not saying it's right, but this is what men do. Okay, men, this is how men flirt with women. So I have a question for you. If this was the other way around, if Azalea Banks sent explicit photos to Conor McGregor as a way to try to seduce him, and then if Conor McGregor took Azalea Banks' explicit photos and posted them like she did to him, she took his explicit photos and leaked them all over the internet. Now, if this were the other way around and Azalea Banks sent her explicit photos to Conor McGregor, and then he decided, because he wasn't interested in her, took her photos, her explicit photos, and posted them on the internet. How would the difference with reaction be between the people, the viewers? First off, I just want to say thank you, Azalea Gregor. Thank you, Azalea Banks, because but anyways, no, but no, for real though, we have to look at people's rights here. We have to look at human rights, okay? If this were the other way around, okay, even though, Conor McGregor is a gorgeous man and clearly has nothing to be embarrassed about, but if this were the other way around, right, and let's say Azalea Banks had sent her private photos, because I'm sure lots of women also try to seduce men with photos. Women do it too. If Azalea Banks turned around and sent her private photos to Conor McGregor, and just because he wasn't interested, he then posted her private photos on social media for everyone to see. Would the audience be having the same reaction? Would the viewers be having the same reaction? I think not. I think there would be millions of people crying for Azalea Banks. How dare a man post a woman's private photos just because he wasn't interested in her and wasn't interested in her advances, right? So you could see how there's a big double standard here. There's a big double standard, okay? Um, and Conor McGregor definitely has a big double standard as well. But what I'm saying is, obviously, is this fair? Is this fair how women are capable of getting away with stuff like this? And then they're considered heroes. Like these women, like Azalea Banks did it like, and to be honest with you, I mean, yeah, she kind of is a hero because, Conor McGregor is a gorgeous man. I mean, there's no, anyways. No, no, seriously, I don't know what to say, okay? I'm really happy she did it because like Conor McGregor's but still no, okay, no, wait, no. Let's turn this around. Let's turn this around and let's say if Conor McGregor received photos from even let's not take Azalea Banks. Let's say another celebrity. Let's say I don't know, well, Halle Berry. I mean, Halle Berry did a lot of nude scenes in movies, so I don't. Anyway, okay. Taylor Swift. If Taylor Swift sent explicit photos, this is hypothetical situation. If Taylor Swift sent explicit photos to Conor McGregor, and he turned around just because he didn't like her advances, and he took her private photos and posted them on the internet for the world to see, Conor McGregor taking the private photos of Taylor Swift and posting them on the internet for the world to see, would the audience, would the people have the same reaction? Like, would the people be like, "Oh, Conor McGregor, yeah, you're such a hero because you didn't like Taylor Swift's photos and you didn't like the fact she was trying to seduce you, so you went ahead and was a hero and posted Taylor Swift's explicit photos all over the internet." No, I think what would happen is there would be these millions of people like angry at Conor McGregor for posting Taylor Swift's private explicit photos because she was just trying to seduce him, right? So if you look at this from the other side, you can clearly see how there's a double standard here. Now, I'm not sure, especially since I think Conor McGregor is gorgeous and I mean, were amazing photos. I'm really not angry at Azalea Banks. In fact, I almost like want to send Azalea Banks like a fruit basket or something. Anyways, but no, seriously though, we need to look at this. We need to look at this in a like a human rights perspective. What is right here? What is right? What is wrong? It's really subjective, especially since there's a whole double standard. Who's in the right? Who do you think's in the right? Do you think Azalea Banks is in the right? Do you think Conor McGregor's in the right? I mean, here's what I think. I think that um, Conor McGregor is a man, a real man, and men are. This is what they do. This is the day and age. This is what men do, and I mean, like, you know, is she upset that he liked her? I mean, I would be flattered. Obviously, that would never happen to me. Like, I mean, obviously, anyways. But Conor McGregor sending these photos to Azalea Banks. I mean, why wouldn't she be flattered? There's all of these women. Like, make up your mind. It's like half the women are like they're complaining that men are like not interested in them. Like, oh, he's just not that into you. Like, half the women are like, why didn't you call me back? Why didn't you call me back? And then the other half of the women, when they do get called back, when they do get sent really nice, gorgeous photos, then they're like, oh my God, I can't stand these photos. Oh my God, oh my God. Like, which is it? It's like if a man can't win. That's what it seems like to me. It seems to me like a man cannot win because if he doesn't call the woman back, if he just doesn't show interest in her, then she's like, why doesn't he call me back? Why didn't he call me back? Oh, he's just not that into you, right? He's just not that into you. And then if a man is into her and actually calls her back, actually sends her flowers, actually sends her gorgeous photos of himself, then suddenly she's like, "Oh, he's so needy. He's so needy, and oh, he's too clingy. He's too needy. Oh," and then she's like looking at other guys, like, "Oh no, she doesn't want to see the photos." Like, which is it? So obviously, this isn't a topic I normally do, but um, I mean, I have to say, like, I was happy I was able to connect this to Ozempic because I was for a while really considering taking Ozempic. And life is short, and if you could live your best life, why not, right? So sometimes I don't know, I'm not sure if it's worth the risk, but I'm not going to because when someone said about the immune deficiency, that scares me. I mean, unsafe weight loss, you could say that about a lot of different ways to losing weight. I mean, a lot of people starve themselves, and you could say that that's unsafe weight loss, starving yourself, right? But no, when someone came in and said it causes an immune deficiency, that's scary. I definitely, I've always been anti-drug. I've never been, but like, I mean, for this to actually even make me consider taking Ozempic is a big step to even think about it. Because normally I reject all pharmaceutical stuff. But anyways, so I think it's an interesting discussion. I think a woman, well, I don't know if a woman would look at the viewpoint of a man. It would be really refreshing. It would, and she'd probably get a live stream. She'd probably got a good live stream going. If anyone comes in here, if anyone listens to these recordings that I like to do, these live streams, if you know a female YouTuber, this would make, if she wants to get a lot of views, tell her to do this. Tell her to like actually look at the viewpoint of a man for a second because like men do it for women all the time. Like men, we're constantly defending women. Men are always defending women. Now, I'm not saying that women need to defend men. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that women need to become these knights in shining armor. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is in this case where a man, like his private photos were leaked all over the world, the internet, his private photos. I'm not saying that if Conor McGregor is in a bar fight, that Azalea Banks has to go and suddenly kick ass at the bar and be like, Roadhouse, Roadhouse, Road, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying that if Conor McGregor's in a bar fight, like, and then suddenly Azalea Banks has to become a knight in shining armor and suddenly go defend McGregor. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is that in the defense of men, right? Couldn't there be a female YouTube streamer to say maybe the appropriate response here was, no, I'm not even gonna go there. Thank you, Azalea Banks. Azalea Banks, thank you for those photos. Thank you. But another person might say, a hypothetical, that the appropriate response would have been, I'm flattered that this person is into me, sent me seductive photos. I'm very flattered. I'm going to deny their request because I'm not interested. And I'm also going to respect their privacy and not post these explicit photos for the entire world to see. So another person might take that viewpoint. But that's not going to be me because I'm really happy that Azalea Banks leaked. I'm happy that Azalea Banks stood up for herself. That's what I'm happy about. And Conor McGregor, like, he is a gorgeous man. He is a UFC fighter. He is like a Greek god. He is like a chiseled Greek god, like UFC fighter. Like, okay, let's go back to talking about Ozempic. Because I don't want to lose all my viewers. But I looked at it from both sides. I did. I tried to look at it from both sides. And that definitely a woman would not appreciate it if it was the other way around. A woman would not. I mean, of course, the guys would appreciate it. I mean, well, I don't know. Do guys really look at Taylor Swift like she's hot? I mean, I don't know. Do guys actually see Taylor Swift and think, well, I guess they do, but you know. But like, let's say if someone had did this to Taylor Swift, if this was the other way around, right? Hypothetical situation. If Taylor Swift had sent explicit photos to a guy she liked, and the guy not only rejected her, but then took Taylor Swift's explicit photos and posted them on the internet for the world to see. I'm sure millions of people would be going crazy, angry at the man for taking Taylor Swift's explicit photos that she sent to the guy to flirt with him, and then posting her explicit photos, Taylor Swift's explicit photos, all over the internet. The guy would be or people would be furious, right? So that goes to show you there's a double standard. There really is a double standard, and in this case, like, oh my God, thank you, Azalea Banks. Like, I love you, Azalea Banks. But I mean, you know, obviously, there are many double standards. There are many double standards in society, and it's not fair. And it's not just with men. There's also double standards with women. You know, a lot of women have a good point. You know, when a man gets angry and frustrated, it is looked at like he's like being a man kind of thing, right? But then women, I hear a lot of women make a good point. They say when a woman gets angry and frustrated, she is presented as crazy, right? And I do kind of get that. I do kind of see that. I've seen very aggressive interactions with men. I've seen men be very aggressive and strong and, you know, grab each other and throw each other across the room. I've seen that. And then that's just expected from a man, right? But if a woman suddenly acts aggressive and strong, then she's labeled the B word or she's labeled crazy. So of course I can see the double standards in everything. Women are constantly victims of double standards, and so are men. Men are also victims of double standards. So it's kind of a gray area for a discussion. As you can see, I can argue both sides here. I can argue the side for Azalea Banks. I can argue the side for Conor McGregor. Yeah, it's definitely something that is this is unknown territory. This territory of, you know, leaking people's, you know, this or whatever. Well, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. It's like, I don't think 100 years ago, because they didn't have like cell phones and stuff. Like 100 years ago, they didn't have cell phones. I don't think 100 years ago that they had anything like we have today. Like these problems that we have today, like just imagine 200 years ago, their problem was like, they had totally different problems 200 years ago, right? They were like living in castles and they had to worry about their castle being stormed, right? So 200 years ago, they had completely different problems than what we have today. So that's what I mean by this is unknown territory. So I think Conor McGregor also subconsciously knew that obviously there's a chance that his photos could get leaked, and he didn't really care. So when someone sends these explicit photos, I'm sure subconsciously they know that there is a chance that the photos could be leaked, right? So I guess Azalea Banks could also make that argument. She could say, well, she knew, and that goes the same for women too, though, right? So if a woman is trying to seduce a man, and she sends explicit photos to seduce a man, she also knows that the photos could potentially be leaked, right? These are risks. So the people that send these photos, typically, they're more okay with this kind of like. Obviously, I don't think Conor McGregor fully wanted it. Maybe there's a part of him that didn't want the world to see his, you know what. But at the same time, I do feel like Conor McGregor subconsciously must have known that obviously there's by sending these photos, there's a chance that the world could see it. But Conor McGregor has nothing to be embarrassed about. Conor McGregor is like a Greek god. I mean, he's chiseled like a statue. Like he has nothing to be embarrassed about. And when you got it, flaunt it. That's what they have a famous saying. If you got it, flaunt it, right? If you got it. So and of course Conor McGregor, I can only see good stuff coming from this. He's probably gonna get more sponsorships, he's probably gonna get more, because Kim Kardashian, she used the Kim Kardashian, because what happened with Kim Kardashian, right? How she got famous. So she used that to her advantage. She used that to get TV shows, she used that to sell products. Kim Kardashian and a lot of these celebrities, they use these leaked tapes in order to make their advance their career. So Conor McGregor could very well do the same thing. He's probably only gonna really benefit from this, really. And if anything, he's got more fans, honestly, because I mean, I wasn't really like a Conor McGregor huge fan of his. I saw one or two of his UFC fights. I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. Because every so often we watch UFC fights. I don't watch them every day. I'm not like that. I'm not like a UFC fighter, nothing like that. Obviously, I'm a scientist, mathematician. I wasn't like the biggest fan of Conor McGregor, honestly. But if anything, I'm more like a fan of now because But so basically, yeah, I think he's only gonna get more fans from this. It's only gonna really help him, honestly. So I guess that's also in defense of Azalea Banks. So I just don't like the fact that if this were the other way around, it would be a major double standard, you know? But like I said, of course, also women have to put up with double standards as well, which are unfair as well. And I can see that. So I can recognize that, is what I'm saying. It would be interesting if Conor McGregor um, did a whole campaign for real, where it's like the first celebrity to not endorse the product, but at the same time endorse the product, if you know what I mean. So it's like there could be like this whole discussion. Has Conor McGregor been taking Ozempic, right? And then Conor McGregor turns around eventually and says, no, he hasn't. He like worked hard, he trained to get the body he has. And he didn't take a shortcut, right? But unfortunately, there's going to be all these people that are still going to want to take the shortcut. So even if Conor McGregor turns around and says, no, he didn't take Ozempic, so obviously it's going to be promote Ozempic. But even if Conor McGregor turns around and says, oh, no, he didn't take Ozempic, he got his body by working hard, training hard, exercising. Like he trains 8 hours, right? Whatever, 8 hours, 12 hours a day. Conor McGregor didn't take a shortcut to get the body he has. He didn't take Ozempic. Conor McGregor got his body by working hard, right? But see, there's all of these people, anyways, that are still going to want to take the shortcut, that don't have time to train 12 hours a day, that don't want to do the personal sacrifice of healthy dieting and eating and exercising constantly. So even if Conor McGregor comes back and says no, he would never take Ozempic, he didn't take Ozempic, it's still gonna like promote Ozempic because it's still gonna all these people who want the shortcut are still gonna take Ozempic. So it's a win-win for Conor McGregor. It's a win-win for Ozempic. And it will be like the first time a celebrity endorses a product or promotes a product, gets sponsored by a product they don't use or they didn't use. But just for the fact that there's a discussion like, has did Conor McGregor take Ozempic? He looks amazing, right? And then Conor McGregor just comes back and be like, well, no. I like have my body from working hard, from sacrificing, from exercising, from eating right, right? I didn't take a shortcut. I did not take a shortcut, right? He's gonna come back and say, but it's not gonna hurt Ozempic because there's gonna be all these people that still want that shortcut. All of these people are still gonna. They don't have time to train 12 hours a day. They don't want to take the sacrifice of healthy eating, right? So it'd be definitely interesting. It'd be like the first time a celebrity causes a product to be promoted, but it doesn't actually take the product themselves. Well, I guess there probably is though. Like there's probably all of these infomercials where these celebrities pretend to like products, but they don't actually like them. But they say they like the products, right? But I guess this would be the first time where a celebrity openly admits the truth that they don't actually take the product, and still the product gets publicity, right? That's what I'm saying. That would be the difference. It's probably better than all of these fake celebrities, like these women saying, oh yeah, they love this orange juice, or oh yeah, they love this brand of makeup, and they never use the brand of makeup. They're like, oh yeah, like women are good at like lying and stuff. Or men are good at lying too, obviously. They're both good at lying, so. But you know what I mean? Like there's all of these women that are giving these fake endorsements to things like prune juice. Just imagine like a blonde, like Taylor Swift, like being paid to endorse prune juice. Like, I love prune juice. Like Taylor Swift to be like, just see Taylor Swift like drinking the prune juice. That would be a really funny Saturday Night Live sketch. Like if they were like imitating Taylor Swift doing an infomercial where she's like being paid to endorse prune juice, like Taylor Swift just like looks at the money amount, like $5 million to endorse juice. I would be stupid not to. $5 million to do an infomercial endorsing juice. Then she finds out it's prune juice, and she has to drink the prune juice on live television, like in a live infomercial, right? That would make a funny Saturday Night Live sketch. That would be a brilliant Saturday Night Live sketch. Especially they could have someone play Taylor Swift and just the look on Taylor Swift's face, like suddenly realizing that, yeah, she's gonna get paid whatever, $5 million to endorse juice, but it's actually prune juice, and she has to drink the prune juice. Prune juice, if you've ever had prune juice, like apparently it's really healthy for you, but prune juice is, I do not like the taste of prune juice. So just the look on Taylor Swift's face having to drink the prune juice, that would be really funny. But that's what I'm saying. Like, oh, there's all of these celebrities constantly endorsing products they don't actually like. And this would be the first time Conor McGregor would be like, yeah, honestly, I don't take the product. I know I didn't take Ozempic. I worked hard. I worked hard for my body. I trained. I exercised. I didn't take a shortcut, you know? But there's still going to be, even if he says that, even if he says he never took Ozempic, there's still going to be all these people that want to take the shortcut. So it's still going to be a win-win for Ozempic. It's going to be a win-win for Conor McGregor because he gets sponsorship, whatever. There's going to be a win-win for the people who want to take Ozempic, who want the shortcut. So, but that's assuming if it's safe. Like I said, I don't know for sure if it's safe. I would only encourage people to take something that's safe. So if it's not safe, don't take it. And everyone's different, right? Everyone has a different body type. So if it's not safe for you, don't take it. So you have to consult a professional, right? Obviously, this is a question, right? It's this whole stream is a question. It's not a, this whole stream's a question. So I'm asking a question as a person who doesn't know. So it's a question discussion live stream. It's a question, and I'm asking a question. So.